weekend, we had a few things regarding Rob Liefeld and someone going by the name of Adam Levine, who posted a joke on Facebook saying that instead of Chadwick Boseman passing, he wished it was Rob Liefeld. And I was going to do a video on it originally because obviously a lot of people were saying that he works for Topps Trading Cards, and obviously what he said is wrong, they want to get rid of him, but something kind of grew out of all of that because it's now come out that Adam Levine doesn't work for Topps Trading, and he wasn't the actual person who said what he said. Even though he posted it, he just took it from something else, which is actually a very popular podcast on YouTube and other platforms. So we're going to take a little look at that today. So it is coming from Bounding into Comics. Update: Rob Liefeld poster was quoting original comment by the Weekly Planet podcast. The former Topps employee Adam Levine recently came under fire for what appeared to be an unprompted wish on comic creator Rob Liefeld. Now developments reveal that Levine was quoting a podcast that has since deleted the original upload. Bounding into Comics originally reported that Levine wished Liefeld had passed instead of Chadwick Boseman, but after the initial report was published, several individuals reached out with further information surrounding Levine and the statement. Foremost was the subject of Levine's employment, as it was clarified that he does not work directly for Topps, as incorrectly identified by an industry publication, but rather as a freelance consultant for Sidekick Trading Cards, which is a licensee of Topps Trading Cards. Levine was also not the original author of the statement, but was instead quoting an attempt at humour made by the hosts of the Weekly Planet podcast in their latest episode, Rest in Power Chadwick Boseman. And these guys on YouTube, they got quite a following. And, you know, the podcast get quite a substantial amount of people listening, and a lot of other content does as well. But with them coming out and doing that and then saying, oh, you know, someone else said this, they deleted their podcast and then they re-uploaded it with that little bit of information cut out. Almost like they're saying, oh, you want us? But obviously they saw it was fit for them not to come out and say anything. So getting back to the story, after Levine's statement was brought to public attention, the Weekly Planet deleted, edited and re-uploaded the episode in question to remove the comment about Liefeld. However, despite the attempt to erase the statement from the record, a reference to it still exists in the edited version of the podcast, as at around 13 minutes and 20 seconds in, one of the hosts notes that he still has Rob Liefeld on his side. As of writing, the Weekly Planet crew has neither commented on the issue, taken responsibility for the statement, or issued an apology to either Levine or Liefeld. Although it currently appears as if Levine was thrown under the bus by the Weekly Planet, Levine would later issue a pair of apologies for the quote. An initial Facebook post, Levine simply stated that he was sorry for this Rob Liefeld nonsense, as he certainly never meant any harm to anyone, not by it. Levine would later provide a full apology from the original poster Bleeding Cool that read, earlier this week I posted the joke to Facebook that I had heard on a popular comic book podcast that I regret. My post was hurtful and offensive, and for this I am truly deeply sorry. I'll make sure to be more sensitive on Facebook in the future. Then you had Rob Liefeld. He removed all negative content from his Facebook page, and he just said, everyone have a great Labor Day weekend. Well, with all of that, it's not exactly right, because fair enough, Levine came out and did apologise, even though he's just repeating what some other people said. The actual people who went out and done that podcast, then deleted it, then edited and re-uploaded it, they haven't said nothing. They haven't come out and said sorry to Rob Liefeld for it, and they certainly haven't said sorry to Adam Levine, who they literally threw under the bus. He said it, he took the flak for it, and they just went, oh, we'll just delete it, no one cares, let's just get on with it. That's what's happened, and that's a very sad thing to see. It's something that people don't want as well, because with the way they've gone and done that, that is basically going against YouTube's, terms of service and their community guidelines, which certain people have been, they've been having their entire channels deleted, their videos deleted, they've had strikes against them just for saying certain things like those. But for some unknown reason, this one has gotten past them and they've allowed it to go on, which is wrong. Because why do they want Rob Liefeld to pass away? Why? You know, he's not exactly outspoken by a lot of things. Yeah, the guy can't draw feet for shit, but you know, that's what it is. But a lot of people like Rob Liefeld. I absolutely adore the guy. Again, I adore Deadpool. I absolutely love Deadpool. He's in my top 5 superheroes. Well, superheroes or anti-superheroes, whatever you want to call him, of all time. He's one of my favourites because he acknowledges what's going on in the world and he breaks the fourth wall, which is always good in my books. But when you wish that upon someone and you don't take responsibility, someone else says your joke and they get a ton of flack for it. Because Adam Levine on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, this guy was getting knocked pillar to post. And he was also getting done on websites as well because of it. Everyone's like, well, why is he saying this? You know, what, has he got some kind of grudge? And obviously a lot of people looked too far into it. And they're like, oh, where's Rob said something bad about him? Has he said anything about Tops? Has he had a go at this guy? Or does this guy just not like Rob because of what he's done or what he said? What has Rob said to make him angry? There was so many things going on. And it's just come out that actually, yeah, the guy didn't actually say it. And for him to come out and say sorry as well, that's good, to be honest with you. That's, he's like, yeah, sorry about that. He goes, I just heard it on here. I thought it was funny, and I've said it. Again, he shouldn't have said it in the first place, but I will hand it to him that he did come out and apologise. But these other people, they haven't said shit, which is wrong. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.